Alright, so you can start just laying comfortably on your back. And the first thing that you can do is just get focused on your breathing. So just nice slow inhales in and out through your nose. And then you'll just let your attention shift to the spot where your focus naturally drifts to, a spot that is a bit louder in sensation. And just let your attention sit in that space for a few breaths. And then you can just scan your body, bringing your attention up into your neck. You can start the first of 4 roll ups forward, so just curling up, thinking about each vertebra one at a time as you slowly roll up. And same awareness as you slowly roll back down. You don't have to follow my pace during this exercise. Just move at the pace that works best for you and complete 4 roll ups on this side. And just doing your best to keep your awareness in your spine as you're doing these roll ups. Making sure that you're continuing to breathe, at no point holding your breath. Maybe each round can be a little bit slower than the last. And just remembering there's no hurry, but if you're finished 4 rounds, just roll on to one side. Let your head rest down, taking a deep breath before you move forward. And then same idea, but on the side of your body, you're thinking about just rolling up one vertebra at a time, doing side flexion through your spine. It's okay if your legs lift up off the ground. Remembering to put the same care on the way down as you did on the way up. Important to add that full breath in between each rep, letting your body rest. Same as the other on the front side, you can do 4 repetitions on this side as well. And just keeping your awareness in your body, focusing on what you feel physically as you move through the exercise. And then if If you complete one side, just slowly transfer yourself over to the second side, remembering to take a nice deep breath before you move. And you really want to feel the top side of your body, feeling your muscles as you're rolling up one vertebra at a time. Just remembering to add that breath space in between each repetition. And just keeping your awareness in your body as you're moving through these 4 rounds on your side. Keeping awareness on your breath. And once you're finished 4, then you can roll on to the front of your body, remembering to add that full breath before you move on. The last side of your roll-ups is the extension, so back bending, giving attention into your neck, and then into your upper back, and just curling up as high as feels comfortable for your back today. And then giving that same awareness and breath as you slowly return back down. There's no rush, take your time, always adding in a full breath in between each rep. And you really want to move your awareness through your back as you're moving through the sides, just feeling from your neck to your upper back, to your middle back, to your lower back, and all the way down to your sacrum, feeling that you're using the muscles all the way down your spine on both sides. Perfect. And there's, again, just a reminder, there's no rush at all. Take all the time you need for each exercise. Pause the video at any time. Just moving through one last roll up, making a total of 4 on the back side as well. Just take a couple of breaths here between this exercise before we move on to the plank roll up. And so for the plank roll up, you'll just have your elbows planted directly under your shoulders and your hands forward. You can look up at the video for a moment if you need. The first thing that you're going to focus on is just pushing your elbows down into the floor, having your neck in a neutral position. And you're just focusing in your shoulders and trying to engage as evenly as you can on both sides before you start to think about lifting up one vertebra at a time up towards a plank. And you absolutely don't have a full plank. Maybe you make it halfway up for today, and that's totally cool. In between each set, you'll also think about arching your back, so doing like a sphinx pose, lifting your chin, arching your spine before returning back to that neutral position. Focusing into your shoulders, making sure you're engaging evenly as you start to press down. Then you focus each vertebra one at a time, coming all the way up towards plank or halfway, saving enough strength to slowly rewind all the way back to the start. And again in the middle, doing that sphinx, arching your back, engaging all of the muscles in your back as you do that, before setting up for your third and final repetition of your plank roll up. Again, starting with that neutral neck position, engaging your shoulders evenly, and then rolling up one vertebra at a time towards plank. Good, and then after that, you can take a couple of breaths to rest while we set up for your low push-up roll-up. So first, just rest your head on top of your hands. Take a few deep breaths into the back of your body and rest your shoulders. And then you can place your hands about mid-rib cage so that your elbows are directly over your palms. And this is the same as the last round, just quite a bit harder. So first, neutral neck position. Push into your hands, engage evenly through your shoulders, and then think about doing that slow roll up, just remembering that you don't have to make it all the way up to plank. After you do that roll up, do a nice arch like a cobra pose in yoga, engaging your entire back body as you do that, and then returning back to the neutral, pushing down into your hands, engaging your shoulders as evenly as you can, and then rolling up one vertebra at a time. And taking your time, lowering down slowly back to the start. Again, a nice arch in the middle. And just one more set. Each round could be a little harder, pressing through your hands, taking your time. I rushed this one a little bit because I was getting tired. One last arch. Really enjoy it, taking a deep breath in. Feel the stretch through the front of your body as you arch your back. And then lower, resting your head on your hands. Just letting your body rest here for a moment. Just feeling your breath moving in and out through your nose, filling up the back of your body. And setting up for your palm circles next. So start by pulling your fingers back and even pulling your hands towards you so you feel your back engage. And then imagine tracing a circle around the edges of your palms while you shift your body weight forward. You'll be adding a bit of extra weight, so at any point you might stop the body movement and just focus on doing the circle with your palms. During your palm circles, you can do 3 circles in one direction and then 3 circles going in the opposite direction. It helps me gain focus a bit stronger for myself if I try to sync up my hands so that I feel the same point of pressure on my right and left hand equally. And another reminder here just to make sure that you're keeping focus on your breath, that you're keeping your attention on what you feel in your physical body, and mostly for this exercise in your palms. After those 3 circles, just take a child's pose for a couple of breaths. So just sitting your hips to your heels, resting your forehead down. Feeling a couple breaths into your back. And setting up next for the shoulder single arm range of movement. So you might just want to watch this video of me doing the movement once or twice first before you give it a try. So I'm moving at a consistent pace here, but feel free to move much slower, especially if you're newer to taking full body weight on one arm. So at any point you can always stop the range of movement, and you don't have to move all the way through like I am here. You might move halfway or a quarter of the way. And the goal here is to do 3 on each arm at your own pace and as far as you feel comfortable moving today. Doing your best to make sure that you're staying with your breath here. Moving at a consistent pace helps to keep your attention in your body. Making sure that you're not feeling any kind of sharp pain in your shoulders at all, that your core is strong and engaged through the movement. And then after your 3 rounds, just take a downward dog. Just going to stretch out my leg. A nice downward dog. Make any kind of movements that feel natural to you. And then next you can set yourself up for the squat forward fold range of motion. So in this exercise you'll notice that my feet are parallel, and the feet should stay parallel all the way through the full range of motion. So all the way through the squat and all the way back into that forward fold. When you're forward folding, you're going to think about reaching your elbows down while simultaneously lifting your hips up nice and high. The slower you do this one, the more you're going to start to get to know your hips, your knees and your ankles and the muscles in your legs. Keeping your feet parallel, making sure to add lots of breath. And then you can do 5 reps of this, just moving at your pace. And there's no rush when you are finished. Just bring yourself down to a seated position with your legs straight forward. And then you're going to do a nice curve in your back. So imagine you have a big ball in front of you and you're trying to curve your whole spine around that ball so that your spine becomes very, very rounded. And then after that, you can push forward. Imagine like you're pushing a wall forward from your arms and straighten out your back and push as far forward as you can through your hands. And then when you come back, you're pulling from your core to curve yourself back into that nice rounded shape, like you're laying over a big ball, curving your back. And then once more, again, just imagining you're pushing forward, you're pushing a wall. Straighten your back and press. And then use your abdomen and core to pull yourself back. Good. From there, you can make your way once more back to just laying on your back with your knees up. And we'll just do a simple twist. So just bringing both knees to one side. You can pick whichever side you want to do first. You can turn your head in the opposite direction. And then just focusing on breathing here. Keeping your attention as best you can in your physical body. You can again maybe just notice some spot that stands out to you and just focus on it. Doing your best not to add too many labels to it, just listening to that spot in your body as you're breathing in and out through your nose. And you can slowly unwind, bringing your knees back to the center. And then change sides. So knees the opposite way. Turn your head away from your knees. And again, just focusing on your breath. Letting your awareness go into your physical body. Just finding something that you feel physically and keeping your attention focused on that. And then you can slowly bring your knees back to the center. And then you can just straighten your legs out, getting comfortable and coming back to that position that we started in, just laying flat on your back. You might close your eyes if you feel comfortable to do so. And then just coming back to your breath, feeling your inhale and your exhale physically in your body. You might revisit that space in your body that you focused on at the beginning of practice, just noticing where your attention drifts automatically. And again, just a reminder that you're just feeling it, listening, doing your best not to add too many labels to it. It's just a physical sensation. So you can stay here as long as you feel. Maybe 10 or 15 minutes would be beneficial. Just keeping your attention through your body, focusing on anything physical that you feel. And then when you're ready, just get up and move on with your day. Thank you for taking the time to do this practice with me. Have an awesome day.